Nestled deep within the human brain lies a tiny, enigmatic organ that has captivated humanity for centuries, the pineal gland. At first glance, it may seem like just another part of our anatomy, but this unassuming gland has been revered as far more than a mere biological structure. From ancient spiritual text to cutting-edge neuroscience, it has been called many things. A doorway to higher consciousness, a bridge between the physical and the metaphysical, and most intriguingly, the eye of God. Why has this small organ inspired such awe and mystery? Scientists marvel at its unique biological functions, philosophers ponder its connection to the soul, and mystics see it as a key to unlocking the secrets of the universe. Could it truly be a window to divine understanding, or is it simply a misunderstood piece of human anatomy? In this video, we'll unravel the mystery of the pineal gland, exploring its scientific roles, its symbolic power across ancient cultures, and the legends that surround its alleged abilities. From its ties to circadian rhythms to its place in the mystical traditions of the third eye, join us as we delve into the intersection of science, spirituality, and the extraordinary. Are you ready to open your mind to the mystery of the pineal gland, the eye of God? Deep within the intricate folds of the human brain lies the pineal gland, a tiny pea-shaped structure that plays an outsized role in our daily lives. It may be small, but this enigmatic organ is a master regulator, quietly orchestrating one of the most fundamental rhythms of existence, our sleep-wake cycle. At its core, the pineal gland is a crucial timekeeper. It produces melatonin, a hormone that rises with the onset of darkness and falls with the morning light, guiding our bodies into restful slumber and gently rousing us to meet the day. This process, known as the regulation of circadian rhythms, is vital not just for sleep, but for maintaining overall health and well-being. Without the pineal gland's influence, our internal clocks would quickly fall out of sync with the world around us. But what makes this gland truly fascinating is its ability to respond to light despite being buried deep within the brain, far from the sunlit world. It achieves this through a connection to the eyes via a complex neural pathway. Information about the presence or absence of light travels from the retina to the pineal gland, enabling it to adjust melatonin production accordingly. It's as though this small organ has a hidden third eye, attuned to the cycles of nature. Structurally, the pineal gland is unique as well. Unlike most parts of the brain, it's not divided into left and right hemispheres. Instead, it stands alone, centrally located, almost as if nature itself intended it to be a solitary focal point. Curiously, it is one of the few areas in the brain that can calcify with age, leading scientists to speculate on its changing functions over time. The pineal gland's position at the crossroads of biology and mystery makes it a subject of endless fascination. While its role in regulating sleep is well documented, its connections to other brain processes such as mood regulation and potentially even perception remain subjects of ongoing research. For now, we know this small organ is a vital conductor in the symphony of our bodies, its influence rippling through every corner of our being. But is the pineal gland just a biological marvel, or is there more to its story? Its light-sensitive nature and central location have intrigued not just scientists but mystics and philosophers for centuries, who have attributed to it a spiritual significance far beyond its physical functions. Could this tiny structure be the gateway to something greater? As we move forward, we'll explore the ancient beliefs and mystical traditions that have elevated the pineal gland to the realm of the divine. For thousands of years, humanity has been drawn to symbols of wisdom, enlightenment, and transcendence. Across ancient civilizations, one symbol seems to rise above cultural divides: the idea of a third eye, an inner vision or gateway to higher understanding. Could these spiritual traditions, separated by time and geography, all be pointing to the same physical structure within the brain, the pineal gland? In Hinduism and Buddhism, the concept of the third eye is central to spiritual growth. Known as the Ajna chakra in Hindu philosophy, it is depicted as a point of powerful energy located between the eyebrows. Practitioners of meditation and yoga often focus on this area, believing that opening the third eye allows them to access deeper intuition, spiritual awakening, and a connection to the divine. It is said to dissolve the illusions of the material world and reveal a higher state of consciousness. But what's remarkable is how closely the spiritual description of the third eye mirrors the physical attributes of the pineal gland. Both are said to be gateways, one to cosmic wisdom and the other to internal balance through melatonin regulation. This parallel has led many to wonder whether the ancient sages somehow intuited the pineal gland's importance long before modern science confirmed its existence. In ancient Egypt, the parallels become even more striking. The Eye of Horus, one of the most iconic symbols of Egyptian mysticism, represents protection, power, and enlightenment. When the Eye of Horus is dissected geometrically, it remarkably resembles the pineal gland's position within the human brain. Egyptian texts suggest the eye symbolized a connection to higher realms, a link between the earthly and the divine. Some researchers speculate that the ancient Egyptians, with their sophisticated understanding of anatomy and spirituality, may have intentionally linked the Eye of Horus to the pineal gland. For both these cultures and others, the third eye was not just a metaphor, it was a pathway to something greater. It was believed to be the seat of intuition, a tool for perceiving realities beyond the ordinary. It offered access to a spiritual dimension where knowledge wasn't merely learned but experienced. The connection between the pineal gland and these ancient traditions raises profound questions. Were the spiritual practices of opening the third eye actually methods of activating the pineal gland? Did the ancient Egyptians and Indian sages recognize something about the pineal gland that modern science is only beginning to uncover? Across the ancient world, from the temples of Egypt to the meditation halls of the East, this recurring theme of an inner eye, an organ of higher perception, speaks to a universal human longing for enlightenment. Whether symbolic or literal, the third eye embodies the quest to bridge the gap between the physical and the divine. And yet, this is only the beginning of the story. As we move forward, we'll dive deeper into the Western philosophical traditions that also grappled with the pineal gland's mysterious role. From Descartes to modern esoteric thinkers, the idea of this small organ as a spiritual powerhouse continues to fascinate and inspire. Could the pineal gland truly be a key to unlocking human potential, or even a connection to the divine? In the world of Western philosophy, few figures stand as towering and influential as René Descartes, the 17th century thinker often regarded as the father of modern philosophy. Known for his famous declaration, "I think, therefore I am," Descartes spent much of his life grappling with the nature of consciousness, the relationship between mind and body, and the seat of the human soul. And in his search for answers, he became captivated by one small organ in the brain, the pineal gland. Descartes believed the pineal gland was no ordinary structure. In his writings, he described it as the seat of the soul and the point at which the material body and the immaterial mind intersected. He argued that while most brain functions were divided between the hemispheres, the pineal gland stood alone, uniquely situated to mediate between our physical and spiritual selves. According to Descartes, it was through this tiny gland that the soul exercised its will over the body, influencing thought, emotion, and action. Though Descartes' theories about the pineal gland were not grounded in empirical science, they left a lasting impact on Western metaphysical thought. His ideas planted the seed for the pineal gland's enduring reputation as a mystical bridge between the physical and the spiritual, inspiring centuries of debate and speculation. From the Enlightenment era to the present day, this dualistic perspective has influenced not only philosophy but also modern esoteric traditions. In the 19th and 20th centuries, the pineal gland's reputation as a spiritual organ was revitalized by the rise of occultism and theosophy. Thinkers in these traditions built on Descartes' ideas, merging them with ancient concepts of the third eye and inner vision. They suggested that activating the pineal gland could awaken latent psychic abilities, open pathways to higher consciousness, and connect individuals to a universal energy or divine source. This view persists in many New Age practices today, where the pineal gland is often referred to as a spiritual antenna or gateway to enlightenment. However, Descartes' theories and the spiritual interpretations of the pineal gland have not gone unchallenged. Critics from both scientific and philosophical fields have pointed out the lack of empirical evidence to support the idea of the pineal gland as the soul's center or a mystical portal. Neurobiologists argue that the gland's primary function is biological regulating sleep through melatonin production, while philosophers question whether the mind and body can be linked to a single physical structure at all. Yet, the enduring allure of the pineal gland lies precisely in its ability to straddle the line between science and spirituality. It is a real, measurable part of the brain with observable biological functions, but it also serves as a powerful metaphor for humanity's quest to understand itself. Could it be that the pineal gland represents more than its scientific role? Could it symbolize the human desire to connect the tangible and the transcendent, the known and the mysterious? Descartes may have been wrong in a literal sense, but his fascination with the pineal gland opened the door to a fascinating conversation about the nature of existence itself. In this tiny organ, nestled deep within the brain, we find not just a biological marvel, but a symbol of humanity's enduring quest for meaning. As we continue our journey through the mysteries of the pineal gland, the questions only grow more compelling. Is this enigmatic structure truly a gateway to divine understanding, or is its mystique simply the product of our own need to find magic in the mundane? For centuries, the pineal gland has been shrouded in mystery, seen by some as a biological timekeeper and by others as a spiritual gateway to higher realms. In recent years, a growing number of people have become fascinated with the idea of activating the pineal gland, believing that this small organ holds the key to unlocking extraordinary human potential. But what does it mean to activate the pineal gland? Are these practices rooted in truth, or are they modern myths fueled by a desire to transcend the ordinary? Many spiritual traditions point to meditation and yoga as powerful tools for awakening the pineal gland. In these practices, individuals focus their energy and attention on the area between the eyebrows, the so-called third eye, believing that this concentration stimulates the pineal gland. Techniques like deep breathing, visualization, and chanting are thought to harmonize the mind and body, creating a state of awareness that activates the gland and opens pathways to intuition, spiritual insight, and even altered states of consciousness. Another practice often associated with pineal gland activation is diet. Some enthusiasts suggest that certain foods and supplements can decalcify or cleanse the gland, making it more receptive to spiritual energy. Foods high in chlorophyll, such as leafy greens, and natural detoxifiers like turmeric and apple cider vinegar are often cited as beneficial. Similarly, practices like fasting are believed to enhance the pineal gland's sensitivity by clearing toxins and sharpening mental focus. However, one of the most pervasive and controversial topics in this realm is the role of fluoride, a common additive in drinking water and toothpaste. Fluoride is often accused of calcifying the pineal gland and dulling its functions. This theory suggests that fluoride accumulates in the gland over time, forming a barrier to its supposed spiritual and biological capabilities. For many, the idea that a substance found in everyday products could inhibit a vital organ is both alarming and intriguing, fueling conspiracy theories and calls for fluoride-free lifestyles. Despite these claims, the scientific evidence paints a much more nuanced picture. While it's true that the pineal gland can accumulate calcium deposits, a process known as calcification, there is no conclusive proof that fluoride specifically causes this or that it hinders the gland's functions in any significant way. In fact, calcification is a natural process that occurs in many parts of the body with age. Similarly, while meditation, yoga, and dietary changes undoubtedly have profound effects on mental and physical well-being, there is little scientific evidence to suggest they directly activate the pineal gland in the way these theories describe. That said, these practices are not without merit. They promote relaxation, clarity, and a deeper sense of connection, which may be why they feel so transformative to those who embrace them. So where does this leave us? On one hand, the lack of scientific validation for many of these claims reminds us to approach them with a healthy dose of skepticism. On the other hand, the allure of the pineal gland lies not just in its biology, but in its symbolism, a representation of humanity's innate desire to bridge the gap between the physical and the spiritual. Perhaps the true activation of the pineal gland is less about unlocking supernatural powers and more about cultivating awareness, curiosity, and a deeper connection to ourselves and the world around us. After all, the mystery of the pineal gland isn't just about what it is, it's about what it represents. As we continue to explore the myths, science, and spirituality surrounding the pineal gland, one thing becomes clear. Its power lies not just in its biology, but in its ability to inspire. Whether as a scientific marvel, a spiritual gateway, or a symbol of the unknown, the pineal gland invites us to keep asking questions and seeking answers. Could it truly be the eye of God, or is its greatest mystery the way it mirrors our own search for meaning? The journey continues. Among all the mysteries surrounding the pineal gland, one idea rises above the rest. Its reputation as the Eye of God. This title, steeped in mysticism and wonder, suggests that the pineal gland is not just a biological structure, but a gateway to something far greater, a direct connection to divine energy, heightened intuition, and transcendent experiences. But why has this tiny organ earned such a powerful nickname? For centuries, spiritual seekers have viewed the pineal gland as the seat of the soul, a bridge between the earthly and the divine. Its central location in the brain and its light-sensitive nature have drawn comparisons to the concept of an inner eye, an organ of higher perception capable of seeing beyond the material world. In ancient traditions, this third eye is said to open the door to spiritual enlightenment, granting access to intuition, cosmic understanding, and even unity with the universe. Many who pursue pineal gland activation describe their experiences as nothing short of life-changing. Some speak of profound clarity, as if layers of illusion were stripped away to reveal a deeper truth. Others recount moments of intense connection to a universal energy, an overwhelming sense of love, peace, or oneness with the world. These experiences, often achieved through meditation, visualization, or energy-focused practices, have led believers to credit the pineal gland as the source of their spiritual awakening. One such account tells of a woman who, through months of dedicated meditation, began to experience vivid dreams and moments of insight that felt guided by a higher power. She described the sensation as an opening in her mind, a flood of light and understanding that changed her perspective on life. Others, exploring the same path, have reported similar transformations, a feeling of being connected to something far greater than themselves. But are these experiences truly the work of the pineal gland, or are they the result of the human mind's incredible capacity for imagination and self-reflection? While science has yet to uncover definitive answers, the allure of the pineal gland lies in its ability to inspire. It embodies the mystery of our existence, the possibility that within us lies a key to understanding the infinite. Whether seen as a biological marvel, a spiritual gateway, or the mythical eye of God, the pineal gland continues to captivate those who seek answers to life's biggest questions. Could this small, enigmatic organ truly be the link between the physical and the divine? Or is its greatest power the way it inspires us to look inward, to explore the boundaries of our own consciousness? As the journey into the mystery of the pineal gland continues, one thing remains clear. Its story is as much about what lies within us as it is about what lies beyond. In recent decades, the pineal gland has found itself at the center of modern fascination, not only in scientific studies but also in pop culture and the media. From its alleged role in psychic phenomena to its depiction as a mystical gateway, this tiny organ continues to fuel intrigue and speculation. Could the pineal gland truly be the key to unlocking extraordinary human experiences? Or is it simply the perfect canvas for our imaginations to paint on? Modern research has explored the pineal gland's connection to altered states of consciousness, with some studies suggesting it plays a role in phenomena like lucid dreaming and near-death experiences. Its production of melatonin, which regulates our sleep-wake cycles, may influence our ability to experience vivid dreams and heightened awareness during certain stages of rest. Some researchers speculate that the gland could be linked to the production of endogenous compounds thought to create altered states of perception, though this remains a controversial and largely unverified theory. These scientific whispers have given rise to bold claims about the pineal gland's connection to psychic phenomena. Practitioners of certain spiritual traditions argue that activating the gland can awaken latent abilities like telepathy, clairvoyance, or even astral projection. While such claims lack empirical evidence, they've captured the imagination of many, fueling a new wave of curiosity about the gland's potential. This fascination has spilled into popular culture, where the pineal gland is often depicted as a mystical or supernatural element. Movies, books, and television shows frequently reference it as the third eye, or a key to unlocking hidden powers. From science fiction stories about harnessing its energy to thrillers that portray it as a gateway to other dimensions, the pineal gland has become a symbol of the unknown, a narrative device for exploring the limits of human potential. One striking example is its portrayal in the 1980s cult classic, From Beyond, where a fictionalized pineal gland is stimulated to reveal alternate dimensions at a terrible cost. More recently, its themes have appeared in self-help books and New Age literature, where it's touted as the seat of enlightenment and spiritual awakening. The enduring appeal of the pineal gland lies in its duality. It is both a biological structure and a symbol of infinite possibility. Whether explored through science, spirituality, or storytelling, it continues to inspire a blend of curiosity and wonder. As we seek to understand the mysteries of this small but powerful organ, we're ultimately exploring the mysteries of ourselves, our consciousness, our imagination, and our desire to transcend the boundaries of the ordinary. As we reach the end of this exploration into the pineal gland, one thing becomes clear. This tiny organ is far more than just a biological structure. It is a paradox, both a functional part of our brain and a powerful symbol of humanity's search for meaning. Its scientific role in regulating sleep and its alleged connection to spiritual awakening create a unique blend of fact and mystery, making the pineal gland a bridge between two worlds, science and spirituality. Throughout history, the pineal gland has inspired countless interpretations, from René Descartes' musings on the soul to ancient beliefs about the third eye. In modern times, it continues to captivate through studies, practices, and even conspiracy theories. Yet its true significance may not lie in whether it is a mystical gateway or a simple biological organ. Instead, it might lie in what it represents: our endless curiosity and our desire to connect the tangible with the transcendent. So we leave you with a question. What do you think? Is the pineal gland the fabled eye of God, a biological marvel, or perhaps something in between? How do you see the balance between science, myth, and personal experience in unlocking its mysteries? We invite you to share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's keep this conversation going, because the story of the pineal gland is not just about what it is, it's about how it inspires us to question, explore, and wonder. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the mysteries of the pineal gland. If you enjoyed this exploration, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to join us on more adventures into the unknown. Until next time, keep seeking, keep questioning, and keep exploring the mysteries of the universe.